Good morning. This is the National Weather Service and the Crosse Extreme Cold Briefing for this weekend and into early next week. The impacts and highlights of this extreme cold event is that all of the areas in the local region will be affected by it. The main timing of the coldest air is going to be Sunday through Tuesday, and some of this cold air is going to be cold enough that if anybody's exposed to it for a long enough of a period, that could be life-threatening. And our confidence is very high that this cold wave is going to happen. So some of the key points to this is that the main period will be Sunday night into Tuesday morning. Monday is going to be probably our coldest day of this extreme cold, where our highs are going to be in the mid-teens below zero, while our lows drop down to 20 to 30 below zero. And we haven't really seen that since 1996, so it's been a little while. The difference between this and some of the cold that we've had over the last couple of weeks around here is that when we get these low temperatures, our winds will still be up around 10 to 25 miles per hour. So that's going to produce these really low wind chills of 40 to 60 degrees below zero. And we haven't seen something like that since 1994. So quite a while since we've been that cold. We will see some improvement going into Tuesday afternoon, and then Wednesday and through the rest of the week will be much warmer and back to closer to what should be normal for this time of year. So some of the current hazards that are out, this big gray area across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa's wind chill warning for Sunday and into Tuesday for the most part. The rest to the southeast, closer to the southern Great Lakes, there's a winter storm warning for some heavy snow that they're expecting down there, but not as much snow locally, at least, that we're expecting through the next day or so. Here for the La Crosse forecast area, which is southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and western Wisconsin, this is the main timeline that we're looking at. And the cold kind of comes in two different ways. We get our first one tonight, where we get wind chills that are dropping down in the 20 to 35 degrees below zero range. And that lasts until Sunday afternoon before we get the coldest air coming down Sunday night and lasting into Tuesday morning. And that's when we're going to see those really low wind chills that sometime on Monday morning could be between 50 to 60 degrees below zero. So that's going to be our main concern period for the life-threatening conditions there. Here's a look at the forecast map for noon today. Cold front's coming through already this morning, and it's going to be into the western Great Lakes by noon. You can see in the blue here, this is where that first wave of colder air is going to be coming in, and then further up into Canada in the purple there is where that really the coldest air, where we're going to be getting those really low wind chills, is going to come down. So noon today, and then going towards midnight tonight, everyone's in the cold air with that main pocket of the coldest air just to our northwest. And then by tomorrow evening around 6 o'clock or so, this is the map where you can see that cold air extends all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, with the main pocket of cold air coming in right over much of the upper Midwest and western Great Lakes region. And by 6 a.m. Monday, almost everybody's in this cold air, and that's going to be when we're going to have our coldest temperatures and lowest wind chill readings that we see. The wind chill chart here, where the different shades are how long the frostbite takes to set in. So when we start getting down into these the wind chill warning criteria, where you're in that 40 to 50 degrees below zero range with some sort of wind, that's when you can have frostbite set in within 10 minutes or so. So it's going to be really dangerous if you get stuck out into some of this weather. Here's a look at our forecast for the wind chills at the coldest part of the days. This is for today at 6 a.m. We still have some warm air over us, but it's windy out, so we're getting some teens. But you can see over the next 2 days how it drops from, in the Crosse here, just as an example, from 16 down to 34 below zero, down to 54 below zero. So really cold over the next couple days here. Just to zoom in and give you a little bit better look, it's pretty much widespread across the whole area for what we're going to see here for these low wind chills today, tomorrow, and then into Monday. Here's the low temperature forecast for today. Temperatures through today are going to be dropping, and by tomorrow morning they'll be in the low teens below zero. And then by Monday they'll be near records or possibly record setting in the 20s here below zero, even maybe some 30s. It doesn't show up on this curve right here, but northwest Wisconsin into northern Minnesota, 30 or so below zero. And just a little bit of a zoom in there showing you the teens today, and then dropping down to teens below zero and then 20s below zero for Monday morning. So the main impacts is that this is going to be a life-threatening cold period if you're not out there in the shelters, or if you're not in the sheltered areas. So warming centers are highly recommended to be open. Frostbite, it's going to be possible within 5 to 10 minutes if you're not covered up. Be sure to check on the elderly. Anybody that falls outside could lead to rapid death if you're not properly clothed. Any animals or pets, bring them indoors if you can. And if you have to travel, be sure to have a winter kit with you that will keep you warm if you get stranded. So that's the latest on our extreme cold that we're expecting for this weekend and into early next week. Thank you for listening.